Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is G Varun, pursuing my education in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bengaluru. Today in this video, we will discuss about levels of significance. Let's dive into the topic. Introduction to levels of significance. Levels of significance are a critical component of hypothesis testing. They help determine the likelihood of obtaining a certain result by chance alone. The significance level is typically denoted by alpha and is set before conducting the test. It defines likely values of sample statistics if null hypothesis is true. It defines rejection reason of the sampling distribution. It designed by alpha. Its typical values are zero point 0.1, zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.10. It is selected by the researchers at the beginning. It also provides the critical values of the test. Next, we will discuss about understanding alpha. Alpha represents the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is actually true. Commonly used alpha levels are 0.05 and 0.01. The choice of alpha depends on the desired level of confidence in the result. One-tailed tests. One-tailed tests are used when a specific direction of the effort is expected. The alpha level is divided by 2 because the rejection reason is on one side only. This type of test is suitable for situations where a clear hypothesis is formulated. Next, two-tailed test. Two-tailed tests are used when the direction of the effect is not specified. The alpha level is not divided because the reason is on both sides. This type of test is suitable for situations where the efforts can occur in either direction. Next, we will discuss about the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis assumes that there is no significant difference or relationship. It is typically denoted as HO in statistical testing. The goal is to gather evidence against the null hypothesis and support the alternative hypothesis. Next, we will discuss about the alternative hypothesis. The alternative hypothesis, which is also known as H1 or HA, states that there is a significant difference or relationship. It is the opposite of the null hypothesis. The rejection of the null hypothesis provides support for the alternative hypothesis. Type 1 error. Type 1 error occurs when the null hypothesis is rejected when it is actually true. This is also known as a false positive or alpha error. The significance level, which is also known as alpha, directly affects the likelihood of committing a type 1 error. Now we will discuss about type 2 error. Type 2 error occurs when the null hypothesis is not rejected when it is actually false. This is also known as a false negative or beta error. The power of the test is directly related to the probability of avoiding a type 2 error. Next, we will discuss about power of the test. Power is the probability of correctly rejecting the null hypothesis when it is false. It is influenced by factors such as sample size, effect size, and alpha level. A higher power indicates a greater ability to detect a significant effect if it is exists. Power of test. The probability of rejecting the false null hypothesis is also called as power of test. It is denoted by 1 minus beta. That is, 1 minus beta is equals to probability of rejected HO by HO is false. Next, we will discuss about determining the level of significance. The significance level should be chosen based on the consequences of type 1 and type 2 errors. A lower alpha level reduces the risk of type 1 error but increases the risk of the type 2 error. It is important to strike a balance between these two types of errors based on the specific contents. Confidence intervals. Confidence intervals provide a range of plausible values for the population parameter. They are often used as an alternative or complement to hypothesis testing. The level of significance can be related to confidence level of the confidence interval. Next, we will discuss about considering in setting alpha. The field of study, prior research, and practical implications influence the choice of alpha. A more conservative approach may require a smaller alpha level. It is crucial to justify and report the chosen alpha level in research studies. Common misinterpretations. A significant result does not always imply practical significance or importance. Failing to reject the null hypothesis does not necessarily mean the null hypothesis is true. The interpretation of significance should consider effect size and context. We can also say that we can measure the practical or theoretical significance of an effect using an index of effect size. An effect size is a quantitative index of the strength of the relationship between two variables. Some common measures of effective size that we were discussed in the class are correlations, regressions, weight, and R squared. These same indicates can be used when one or more of the variables of interested categories. Then we will finally summarize that level of significance guide the decision making process in hypothesis testing. Alpha determines the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis. Type 1 and type 2 errors, power and confidence intervals are all relative consideration. Thank you for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you all.